$5 says, I always hear Bean saying that punch down shit, but he also says he's smarter than everyone. So does he punch down when talking to us less intelligent? I sent Beans the link. Hopefully he'll be up. Maybe he'll hit the link, man. Mr. Williams was popping. Tommy was good.
What's up, y'all? What's good?
What's good, man? We just mining through these things. You know, accountability. Who can you hold to it? The punching down. How does it actually manifest? Because if what Mr. Fantastic said in terms of people made it a thing that you could punch, that anybody can punch down just from simply talking negative for all intents and purposes, that is highly problematic to me. Right? And your accountability, when we use the word accountability, your intent has to matter, the methods in which you employ, and the constructive nature of it makes it accountability or not. Otherwise, you're just talking shit. So what actually happened on our panel? Go ahead, Mr. Williams.
There's another way that I've been hearing about.
Whoa, Mr. Williams, that was a test. You ain't say hi to nobody or nothing.
Hey, what's up? I thought I said, hey, I'm sorry. Don't get me out. Wow. Don't get me out. What's up, panel? What's up, chat?
What's good, man? I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back.
Hold on, Aaron. I'll be right back. I'm about to make some coffee. Let me go first. He froze on purpose to try to get me this. All right, go ahead.
No. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some water.
One way I've been hearing about punching down used as is when somebody's actually wrong and you giving them all the facts, but they want to keep on punching and punching, trying to fight when they know that they're wrong. I've heard that used that way as well.
Say it one more time.
When you know somebody's giving you facts and you know it's actually true, but they just want to keep on going with their narrative and, you know, all of that. I've heard that as being punching down as well.
So who's the one punching down? The one
that's wrong. The one that's in the wrong.
Oh, so like the need to be right?
Right, yeah.
So if I'm arguing a point till the cows come home, knowing I'm wrong, where's the punching?
That's what you know. I'm from a different state than y'all, and so a lot of people they don't use the definition of the term correct, but a lot of people have been saying that hurt, and so that's one way they've been using punching down. Okay.
Well, you actually just uncovered something else that I want to talk through. That I meant to ask and I forgot. Let me get Tommy's initial sentiment on the conversation, then I'll ask you guys all the questions. Tommy, what's popping?
What's up, Fantastic? What's up, Mr. Williams? I think in this space in particular, the reason why a lot of it comes off as punch down is, bro, I've been around for probably about 4 years, and the amount of people that have been exposed with just flat out lies, living a completely different life than they're talking down on how certain woman looks, and then you see the woman that they're dealing with, and she don't even compare to the woman you're talking down on. Like, it's so many contradictions that you catch people up in this space. I think that's why a lot of people take a lot of what people say in this space is talking down, because, and I'm sure you've noticed it, because we kind of cracked a couple of jokes about it in this space too, Hamp, about how everybody in this space is just perfect and they've never taken an L and they ain't never cried over a girl and all of this stuff. And if you've lived life before, you can just hear a lot of these people talk and you can literally read through them. And so that's why a lot of it comes off as talking down, because a lot of these people, when they talk, they don't even understand. The more they talk, the more they expose themselves.
Man. So is that why it's mischaracterized as punching down, or is it just exposing a level of hypocrisy? Is that why you can't hold people accountable, because they see you as hypocritical, like what we discussed earlier? Not saying you, but you know, people.
It's hard to hold anybody accountable online. Like, just me in general, I don't know if I can find anybody online that's going to be able to hold me accountable, because I don't have that relationship with them. Like, there has to be a certain level of relationship and respect there for you to be able to hold me accountable, or else fuck what you talking about. Like, because you don't know enough of the backstory, you don't know enough of the details or whatever. Whatever story I tell up here, there's going to be critical details that's going to be missed that you might not even know. You get what I'm saying? Like, nobody's going to tell the absolute 150% truth of it. So, with that being said, if you're basing something that you're telling me off of what I'm saying up here, in my head, I'm like, oh, but you don't know about this part, and you don't know about this part, yada, yada, yada. And that might be shit that I don't necessarily even want to put out on here. So it's hard to hold people accountable if you don't even know the entire story. You don't know the person personally. You don't know any of the background, any of that. You can't really hold anybody accountable. The best you can do is like what Fantastic say is hold people to the words that they say. So if you say, hey, I believe this, and I see you then acting or speaking in a way opposite of that, then I could just point out the hypocrisy. But outside of that, you can't really hold nobody accountable because you don't know these people.
No, I got you. I just like if I just so Tommy actually led into it. The need to be right is, and I think it's an extreme issue, which lessens the likelihood of accountability. Right? At any point where I can't make a concession, seeing my faults, accountability is a moot conversation, right? And so here's what I'm suggesting, right? If I never concede when I'm wrong, I can't sit up here and be like I'm trying to hold people accountable, because there's no way I'm 100% right all the time. Like when I kicked Mr. Fantastic, I mean, when me and Mr. Fantastic had the back and forth, and I proved the point, he made a concession. Right? That matters to the entire accountability conversation. Mr. Fantastic, why you make that face? What happened?
You corrected yourself.
Oh. Lee, what's popping? What you guys think about that though? Right? If I can't make a concession, it was good, and I have the need to be right, my level of accountability in which I can be subject to is gonna be low as hell because I'm always right. Right? But then I have a problem. If I'm always right, there's an issue there. How can I be holding people accountable when I'm not even holding myself to that level of standard? What y'all think? Anybody can answer. Oh, I'm right? Okay, I'm right.
You're right on that. That's why my last relationship didn't work out. Exactly for that reason.
What happened?
She could never take accountability. It was always somebody else's fault, or I did it because of this, I did it because of that. And so I got tired of it. Yeah. So I broke off my engagement. Because, yeah, for real.
Damn.
2 years ago.
Yeah, I think one of my biggest problems when you have a conversation in these spaces, when you have people with the quote-unquote talking points. Because if you have a talking point, then in my head, that means you're trying to push something, and that automatically means you're not even open to being wrong. You get what I'm saying? So I tell a lot of people, like, when I come and speak, it's more just from experience. And then if my experience is just mine and it comes out that, oh, I'm wrong, then I'm open to that. But if I have something to push and I'm trying to make people think a certain way, then I'm less likely to be open to being wrong because I want what I'm saying to be right.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn. That makes sense. I can hear you, but I'm gonna turn your mic up a little bit, Tommy. Yeah, and that's kind of. I think we on the same premise. You know what I'm saying, Lee, what's popping?
Goody was goody.
Everything's everything. You don't have to talk about what I just brought up. You can start from whatever point of the conversation you want to start from. What's good?
Man, I'm chilling, man. Shout out to everybody on the panel in the chat. Much love to everybody. I hope y'all having a blessed day.
You already
should be because you're breathing. But yo, accountability, bullshit. Black men, guys are fucking idiots. Keep it 100 with you. Sitting here saying that, oh, I'm trying to hold people accountable. That's not what you're doing. You sitting there trying to bash women that look like your mom, that look like your sister, and that's what you dudes do. Because at the end of the day, you can't show me a white Tommy Sotomayor. You can't show me an Asian one. You can't show me a Hispanic one that's sitting up here, just sitting here talking down on women. This whole black space that y'all got, all y'all do is talk about women. I saw dudes defending that plumber guy until they found out that he was a piece of shit. trying to defend him, because that's what y'all do. And the only reason I feel like dudes was doing it is because the women that he was talking to was black. And I feel like black men these days, they got like some type of beef with their women. Like they all jaded. They all been hurt in some weird ass way. Like they all got touched in their soft spot by a woman. And now they come up here just trying to talk down on the women, And that's why it's going back to this accountability thing. You can't hold nobody accountable but the people that's around you. So that whole argument about, yo, we trying to hold these women accountable by talking down on them, right? By calling them all type of bitches and, oh, single moms ain't shit and all that stuff. Like, how does that help anybody? Do you talk to your kids like that? Right? When you want to hold your kids accountable, do you sit there trying to bash them and talk down on them and play this game of back and forth with them? Nah. When you talking to your boss, you don't do that either. But for some reason, when you get in front of your black woman, that's when you bulk up. That's when you sit there. You want to be tough now. So it's like, bro, like, yo, I just feel like it's just corny what I see up here. Not on this panel particularly. I'm just saying, like, when I see black men coming at black women, yo, we gotta say this, we gotta say that, and then the reason, the excuse is, yo, we trying to hold them accountable, right? Okay, I get it, but don't you understand what propaganda is, right? So if you know there's good black women out there, but all you do is talk about the bad ones, when you know there's good ones out there, like, you a part of the problem. You a part of the fucking problem. But hey, man, I digress. I landed
Okay,
there.
great. Okay, so now we can respond. So first off, you're wrong. White men were saying this and being critical of Tom Likas. You ever heard of him? It's very easy to find out. Tom Likas is extremely critical of white women, white people. You have plenty of white people that have internal battles from everything from politics to religion. So you're wrong. One.
That's not what I'm talking about. That's not even what I'm talking about.
I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you, brother. I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you, brother.
I wasn't talking to you. So if you address me,
you said show you, and I showed you. You said show you, and I just showed you. You said show you, and I just showed you.
Bro, you didn't show me anything. What are you talking about?
Yes, I did.
You know what the word show means?
So again, brother, I'm talking. I didn't interrupt you.
Show me. Hold up.
Hey, Lee, just let him get the full thought. Let him get.
I didn't interrupt you at all.
Let him,
now again,
you can respond.
He's gonna come up here. He's gonna defend black women while acting like a black woman. Again, this is why simps and panderers are so bad. This is why you're never going to get anywhere. Okay, when you cannot be critical of a group of people, that right there tells you why you're never going to get nowhere. You're not going to go forward. Other men don't have to say anything because, again, it's wrapped into their culture. Unfortunately, black people's culture is let the women do whatever the fuck they want and you deal with it. Okay. Every other group of men, you're not going to hear them say much. Why? Because they have it in their culture as the way. And and another thing they get to do in other cultures. And I'm not supporting this. I'm not in favor of this. But I'm saying other men of other cultures, they have physical discipline. Is woven into it. Black men, we don't. So as much as y'all love to say that black men, are so abusive and physically abusive and all this fucking bullshit, when again, the highest rate of physical abuse are women on women relationships, specifically, you know what I'm saying? Black women especially. This is what we're talking about. People get up here and they emote, they have feelings, they say a lot of things, but they say a lot of nothing. Everything that, again, black men being critical or black men of black women is an issue and problem because it's the first time it's being done in mass over the last 5 years or so. All right. And what we're saying is accurate. Just prove what we're saying. What's wrong with me saying there are too many single moms? What's wrong with me saying there's too many babies being deleted? What's wrong with me saying if all these things are true, what is wrong about it? How is that punching down? Okay. And the reason why you don't hear other groups of people saying it is because they don't have the same issue at the rate we have it at. Again, black people make up 13% of the population, but you account for the things that you're doing. So what are we talking about here? It makes no sense. Like that's what I'm saying. You get up here, you want to defend something, but all you're doing is, you know what I'm saying, sneak dissing and saying a lot of nothing. So that's my problem, man. Aaron or Tommy, it's on y'all. I think Hemp stepped away.
Yeah, I think I think to the extreme dudes, I kind of see what Unlikely talking about, because there is some people I think that kind of take it to an extreme in this space, and then there's some people who I don't expect to agree with everybody 100%. You know what I'm saying? So there's some people, fantastic. You say a lot of stuff. Some of the stuff I don't agree with. Some stuff I do. That's life. That's every human. But I think in this space, I think it starts to kind of represent like an overcorrection, I would say. So I think it started off maybe a certain way of like what you were saying as far as like correcting the correcting things that they see that's wrong. I think the problem is and like what Unlikely said, like with the plumber dude, right? Just me particularly, bro. As soon as I seen that episode, I knew that nigga was a weirdo. It didn't take me for him to be investigated. It didn't take me for him to be exposed. His behavior itself showed me that he's a weirdo. And yet I seen guy after guy in this space try to defend the dude. And I'm scratching my head like, why is my weirdo detector going off and saying this dude ain't right? But I got a bunch of guys that are in this space that are quote unquote teaching guys, and y'all can, and not saying you fantastic, I ain't see you speak on it, but I'm just saying in general, these guys couldn't figure that out. So then I double back and go, well, should y'all even be really teaching guys? Because if y'all can't figure that shit out, then something off. Because the way he behaved to me, how I was taught as a boy to be a man, was way the fuck off. And so I'm in a space where guys are supposedly teaching these, you know, younger guys how to be a man, and they're missing one of the biggest red flags out there. And so for me, it throws me off a little bit, because instead of giving advice, sometimes it comes off as let's find a way to make it their fault. And I think that's when you start getting people start getting annoyed and start kind of rebelling against the message.
Yeah, so my thing with everybody keeps talking about the plumber guy. Again, listen, believe all women is an issue and problem. To have a whole bunch of women just say that a man ain't shit, I mean, okay, what's the evidence behind it? Where's the convictions? Again, like I said, we talk about this all the time. It's brothers that had their life ruined over women putting false DV allegations on them. You got a conviction, hey, it's no issues, no questions, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But you had pretty much a panel of women that none of them had kids by him, but then you allegedly have people that do have kids by him, but they can't find him. So we're not defending the person as much as we're defending the principle. Women have gotten on here specifically and lied on men in this space, just made up shit, and people ran with it. So it's not that's what I think is getting lost. Especially like I said, we've seen this directly, be it your personal life experience, or you know what I'm saying, other people. So
the plumber, Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
But he's a weird nigga though.
He's weird. Listen, Ham, I agree. Is he weird? Make him a criminal or make him
well? He's a criminal, right?
Former criminal. But again, from what he showed, Ham, he's actually like reformed. You know what I'm saying?
He doing better for sure, right? But his modus operandi with the women, right? He threw a phone in the car to track that. That's a weird nigga.
Admit to that though. That's what I'm saying. Did he cop to that?
Yeah. So I saw because you remember I had the Queen of Accountability. I interviewed her when she did Rhoda. Remember?
Yeah.
So like I just get different correspondence. And he said that he left the phone in the car.
For tracking purposes. I didn't know that. That's what I'm saying. I didn't watch
no, fantastic. So he tried his best to make it seem like it went for tracking purposes, but you literally could see his reaction. He was stumbling. But this is my thing, though, fantastic.
I'm not defending it. Like I said, I didn't see it.
I get it. But this is my thing. And I don't know if maybe it's the quote unquote street smarts or whatever. But bro, just me watching him on that show, his reaction when the first lady said no and did not disrespect the man, just said no, and this is the reason why, and he acted the way he acted, just off of that, I said, oh yeah, this nigga's out. He's a weirdo.
Yo, so Mr. Fantastic and Tommy on that, and Mr. Fantastic, I want you to just the information from how maybe Tommy see and I see it. That initial rejection, right? The women was already laughing, balloons already popped, so he already felt some type way, right? And to be clear, if I was up there, I probably would have felt some type weight too. They pop balloons as soon as I walk in with this pot belly I got because I'm getting old. Yeah, my feelings might be a little hurt, feel me? But I'm not going to respond in kind. And I think you guys could trust me to say that, because if you see when I have back and forth with people on here, I don't respond the way they respond to me, generally speaking, right? When it's like a little bit of heat, right? So that first one, we said the feeling is definitely mutual. you did me a favor. That's like how the women talk. Mr. Fantastic, I can't hear you saying the feeling is definitely mutual, Queen. That sounds crazy. Like, you know, he feeling some type of way. His feelings is hurt.
Oh yeah. I assess the whole situation. He got a Napoleon complex. I mean, he's a little fella.
Acting as if he was saying queen, not condescending. That I'm like, bro. He was saying it condescending as fuck. But you had a bunch of guys who got these shows and no, he even called them queen. It's like, come on, bro. Like,
I didn't go that far. Like I said, I assessed the whole balloon pop shit, and then everything that happened after it, I don't know. I was just in the dark. The dude just
Mr. Fantastic, do this real quick, Mr. Fantastic, before Lee get in. Say the feeling is definitely mutual.
The feeling is definitely mutual.
Told you. That shit don't even sound right.
Yeah,
it's not.
But hey, why is this guy up here, man? He got dropped, man. Check his super chats.
Well, I didn't turn on the bounty.
Ducking the smoke. Okay, so anyway,
all right, wait, let me set the table. Lee, take your minute, talk, and let's have a conversation. Let's leave the name calling out of it.
Please say that to Mr. Fantastic, because he the one that did the name calling.
I had left for a second. Mr. Fantastic, no name calling, please.
Right. So,
brother.
Go ahead, Billy.
So men make this argument, weird arguments like, yo, there's more domestic violence between women and women. Dog. Women getting bodied every day by dudes that look just like you. Every day. Maybe you don't want to turn your news on. Maybe you don't feel nothing when a woman that look like you get ex-nayed by a man that look like you. I know you don't. Yeah, I know you don't. Thank you. But for him to say that, it just proves my point that black men got some type of weird thing wrong with their brain or something. Because the fact that most of the and shout out to Tommy B, because he understands that the moment you saw this dude and the moment you heard him speak, you understood he was a piece of shit, right? But what we got here in our community is black men have no real love or respect for women, for black women, right? You'll see them go and they'll run after the white woman, they'll run after the Hispanic woman, they'll run after the woman that's mixed. But when it comes to just a black woman is oh yeah, we want to see them suffer, we want to see them get told off, we want to see them get attacked, and it is really disgusting. And that's what I was kind of speaking of. I wasn't speaking about debates and white men having conversations. I was specifically speaking of how we saw this dude that wasn't doing anything. He was on some bullshit, being disrespectful to women, and I saw a bunch of black men take take up to his defense. Even right now, the man on this panel, I ain't gonna use his name, but the man on this panel keep hearing him use little excuses for him. Oh, nah, he probably was on there. Oh yeah, he could have, but he don't do that for black women. So I really think it's something wrong, and it's not all black men, because I'm a black man, and it's not, and Tommy B a black man, Hamper black, but I think it's really something wrong with the black man's mind when it comes to their women. I don't know if it's an inferior complex. I don't know if they just fucking monkeys. I don't know what it is. But at the end of the day, that's how you fix our community, by showing love and respect to our women regardless of how they act. I thought we was the leaders, right? So are we the followers or are we the leaders? Because I'll hear men say things like, oh, they do it. Oh, they saying it. I heard a dude in the chat say to me, yo, black women be talking about us too. What that got to do with you being a man? Right? And loving the closest neighbor to you that you should know is the only other humans out here that's going to rock with you more than any other ones is those women. Yet we come on these panels and you know what's so crazy is, and I'm Atlanta here, is that it's not even these dudes' real thoughts, bro. They let the algorithm control them. They let the money control them. You feel me? It's the algo, right? Right? A black woman get hit with a brick, they got to go talk about it because they got to go get some of this money. They got to jump into the algorithm, right? They ain't talking about their real thoughts on how they really feel, on how their mom treated them like a great son. You don't hear Mr. Fantastic having those conversations. Nah, he want to talk about the things that bash black women because that's what society want to do.
It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck them.
Wow, my turn, man. That was a long minute. So first off, it's an inferiority complex, brother. You're welcome. You're welcome for that lesson. Secondly, not inferior complex. It's inferiority. Secondly, again, you can be the people you love the most are the people you're most critical of. Your teachers will even tell you this. I'm pretty sure if you had good ones, if I didn't care about you, I wouldn't say nothing to you. I wouldn't correct you. That's something that's an old adage that people that care about you, your elders and your parents, they tell you that. Now, again, a lot of this other stuff that you said, bro, just more pandering and simping. Listen, bro, I don't care about the majority of people that die every day because literally people die every day, B. When in a movie quote, niggas die every day, B. Niggas, men, women, white, black, Chinese, fucking Bangladeshi, people die every day. So if I did a fucking memorial every day somebody died, brother, I would never have time to do anything. Now, again, this is why I hate when y'all don't like the numbers. Black men get killed at 4 times the rate of black women. 4 times as many black men, and that's just taking out somebody else do them. Then you have like 10 times more black men that delete themselves. So again, and then like we said, of the black women that are killed is less than 0.00000 something percent of the fucking people. Is it sad that they're killed by black men? Yes, it is. But it's not enough, brother, to even move the needle, bro. Not even like from whatever. You're talking about less. You're talking about out of 47 million people, less than what? I think it's like 5,000 on average at the most, right? And not even that many. It's not even 5,000 because it's less than 3,000. So less than 3,000 black women per year are killed by black men. And it's 47 million black people. You do the math, brother. Okay. That's why I don't have time to worry about it. People are never, until you show me the first Highlander and the first immortal person, people are going to always die. Whatever reason they die. Okay. We covered that. So inferiority complex. Why should I not care about every person that dies every day? Oh, and black men don't love black women. Okay, cool. So again, it goes back to my point that I said about you criticize the people you care about because you want them to improve. The issue and problem is that black men have not been doing this for the last 4 decades. Okay, have not said anything to them. Hey man, be a man, and then of course be a man. Don't just don't hit her back. Don't stop her from doing this. Don't listen, man. Again, when you do not put people, you know what I'm saying, to a standard and hold them to the same rules as everybody else, they run roughshod and everything gets destroyed. And henceforth, this is why we are as black people right here, right now. Again, you have all these kids being had by ain't shit niggas. The women complaining about ain't shit niggas, but they keep having kids with ain't shit niggas. Okay? They talk about the black men not making enough money, but they make less money than us. They talk about all this motherfucking shit. And like you said, just like you talking about, I'm coming up here being critical of black women. You, as a black man, came up here being critical of you. You count, brother. You be dusty. You be broke. They say the same shit about you, and as soon as you say something that they don't like, and that's the sad part about men like you, brother. You think they're on your side, they don't like you either, nigga. They don't like you either. I don't care what you think about
the difference between you is that I don't care what you think. That's the difference between you.
Okay, and that's dumb. So if you don't care what they think, why are you up here defending them?
No, because when I say that, I mean like you get jaded and you get all soft when a woman gives in a criticizes you or says something about you. I don't. That's what I mean. Personally? Yes, you personally.
You're crazy. So hold up. So tell me the woman that said something about me on the internet that I give a fuck about, please.
I mean, listen, I'm not gonna go back and forth with you, bro. I mean,
no. You made an accusation, so no, don't run. No,
you made a few accusations on me.
Tell me the woman, and I've not ran from anything I said. I stand on everything I fucking said about you. It is what it is.
Stand on it, but I don't care how you feel about me.
Tell me the woman that said something about me on the internet that I gave a fuck about. Go.
I never made it that specific, like a specific woman on the internet.
I never get hated by what black women said about me. So give me an example.
So Lee, so you don't have a specific example, right? So so let's say Lee concedes that point, right? But I think Lee's initial premise was this isn't accountability as stated. It's jaded men talking about these women negatively to get their rocks off. And he just painted a premise of why he believes that.
And he has went all over the place and kind of like turn this into like this pitchfork simp panderer type of attack on me. And it's like, I gave every point that I said. I even used it like an analogy. It was a guy that was a piece of crap, and all the black men defended him because he was attacking black women. But you don't want to argue with me about that. You want to go all around the damn world to call me a panderer and a simp, and you haven't been called not one name. So you ask yourself truly, who's really acting like, and I wouldn't say a woman, because I think a woman is way more smarter and intelligent than you and has way more grace and is just a way better human than you are. So I wouldn't even say that, because that would be actually giving you a version of credibility. And it's just disgusting, again, how every time you want to attack a man, you try to call him a woman, and you think that I feel I'm supposed to be offended by that, when I think women are way better than you. Men like you that look just like you take women's lives, take black men's lives. I don't see in mass women out here killing black men or killing black women. I see men that look just like you that walk around and they hate women like they mothers, and they hate men like me, and they got names for everybody. You the one up in that thing. You the one reaching for the yoster. You the one taking lives. So when you call me, oh, you acting like a woman, hey, oh, I'm acting with grace. I'm acting like I can control my emotions. I'm acting like a person that doesn't want to hurt you. Hey, I'm cool with that, brother. You can say that to me. I'm cool with that.
Okay, cool. So you may not, delete a person, a grown adult person that can defend themselves, but you have no problem defending babies, deleting babies. So since you want to claim being a woman, okay? Stop, brother. I didn't interrupt you. I did not interrupt you, brother. I didn't interrupt you. You got again, more you talking about emotional control, you don't have it. So again, so you don't have an issue and problem, and you know what? There have been way more babies deleted than there were alive adult human beings by black men. Okay, yeah, I know it hurts. It's logic, I know. So again, and then we get into the whole, you're cool and fine with having a higher STD rate, one of the highest STD rates of all women. You're cool with having the highest poverty rate, second highest, I guess, in reference to what's the name. So again, all the criticisms you make of black men, right? And you're trying to, again, I don't know why you keep saying this, that look like me, nigga. They look like you too. like why are you saying like we're not any different? And that's why I say this is the poor debate tactic. I don't give a fuck who looks like me. For one, I don't got no twin brother. It's only one me. You know what I'm saying? And I've never abused a black woman. I've never deleted a black woman. I've never pulled a knife, pulled a gun. So I don't know why you keep trying to juxtapose and say that like you would be somewhere different than me, when my record is clean, brother. Absolutely squeaky. When it comes to anything of the domestic thing or physical situation, that in itself is just a fallacy. But furthermore, again, you're running away from the fact of the matter that men assess things, men criticize things, and men that understand what manhood is are okay with that. That's the way you get better. And that criticism is not limited to the men only. It's limited to everybody. It is fucking applied to everybody. So everybody is at the standard, and you don't have this huge gap in where some people have to meet and other people don't. Some people got to perform and others don't. And that's what's been happening literally before our eyes. Again, you keep bringing up this deletion shit. Brother, give me the numbers on the women that are deleted. Tell me. I promise you would care more about your paycheck missing $100 out of it than, again, the mathematical equation to when you talk about less than 3,000 black women per year that you keep fucking trying to overstress. Okay, and that 3,000 black women over year is not all black men, not 100%. It is some women, and it is some people of other races. So again, for you to act like the black man is just the most deadliest thing to the black woman, bro, is crazy. That is insane. Again, especially when, listen, more black men are killed by black men. More black men delete themselves than black women. So what are we talking about? Then they affect black women. So again, you're up here, like I said, pandering, okay, and simping, and there's not any. I already called you that, so it's nothing new. It's something I've already said. And that's exactly what you're doing. You have not made one point to counter my point. You're trying to fucking swing the crowd by emotions and say he looks like you. No, the fuck he don't. I ain't never seen a nigga in a lineup that I ain't never been in a lineup. I ain't never been mistakenly arrested, nigga, or mistakenly taken into custody because a criminal out here that's deleting fucking black women looks just like me. And I'm a hard nigga to miss. So please stop doing that, brother. It's a poor debate tactic. and disprove just one of my points. Just one, bruh. One. Damn.
Okay. I mean, like, you didn't really get to the point of why do we have this culture of black men that kind of want to, when they see a black woman down, they want to punch down on them. You know, that's what we kind of speaking of, and I stand on what I said. Yeah, the black men, when I look at you, I see those same black men that are killing their wives and killing their spouses and things like that. And yeah, when I hear you speak, I also yeah, I see that man. You know, I don't have no rap shit either, and you probably don't got one either. But at the end of the day, the way you speak and the way you treat black women is the same way those men have treated their women, and it ended up in that situation. And you know, if you want to call me a panderer for loving your mom more than you do, that's okay, brother.
All right, let me read these super chats, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Matt with the $5 says, Hamp, where the married nigga emoji? We growing out here. It's up there. Omar was. Oh, what wrong one? Salute to Omar Smith in the building. Big O is popping. Omar helped me get the gym, the lodging, all that shit, man. I truly appreciate it, good brother. Like take a village, like man. It's fantastic. I'm gonna tell you right now, Aaron's setting up some shit where you might be a little groggy for the fight, but you'll be all right. You know what I mean? Omar with the 20 ball says, I'm late, Tommy B, but congratulations, my brother. May God bless you and the bride. Tommy B married? Damn, congratulations, nigga. May God increase your family in health and wealth. Come to Philly for the boxing event. I have parking for your truck if you drive it. Salute, Tommy, man. Congratulations, you heard? Damn, that's what's up, man. Also, I could play this for the first 20 ball of the day. Didn't fit. Just gems with the $2. Just FYI. Playboy had said, what up? What's good before? He'd be all right. That's my bodyguard. Don't worry about him. Marcus Evans with the $2. What's up, brothers on the panel? Salute, my G. James Moore was popping. He said, facts, fantastic. Bye, Lee. So I ain't turned on the bounties yet, but I'll save this one, James. Appreciate you. You heard? I think we got to verse a little bit more.
Sends his regards. Yeah. You know how I love money.
Marcus with the says, no more simps on the pen. Just gems with the $5 says, Unlikely. You have stayed consistent and black women appreciate you. You have balls. Thanks. All tall men are not the same. Oh, Playboy stands alone too. 100. Lauren Mack with the indeed. Lauren Mack with the $2 says, hey HQ with your pretty self. Hey panel. She blush. Black King with the $10 says, salute family listening from the clouds. Great discussion as always. Salute my G. Be safe out there. You heard? Black King with the $5 says, Lee is a clown. Black women get what they give. They get disrespect, so they get disrespect. You want to respond, Lee?
Yo, that's what love your women, man. Love your women, bro. It's these guys. I'm preaching love, and these guys calling me a clown and name calling me. It's the minds. That's what I'm saying. There's something wrong with these dudes' head. I haven't said anything negative.
Okay, P with the $2 was popping. Said, sweet Jesus, Hamp dropped the link. You got it. Just Gems with the $10 says, wow. Unlikely they say black women responsible for black men putting a CDM on a CDM. Condom on their penis. Okay. You ain't scared. Many blessings to you. Don't try that love stuff. Red pill black men do not care about black women. Deflecting big time, moving the goalposts.
That's not how you spell deflect.
Tony, Tony Golden with the $2 says, Lee, wasn't you beefing with black women at the SBG? Tips and tricks. It's popping. He says support and salute. I gotta where money making Mitch at? Hold on 1 second. Let me play this for him.
He don't care to answer?
Huh? What'd you say, Lee?
To answer that question.
Oh. I don't know if he.
Oh, I didn't
maybe.
know it was a question. Go ahead. I honestly don't care about like.
Oh, I'm broke, baby. I ain't got no money. Bullshit. I see you shining, nigga. I can smell a motherfucker with money. Even Ray Charles can see you got money.
Ty been a member for 3 months. He said, let's hear Young Buck talk. CJ with the $5 says, let me know when you turn on the bounties. This dude Lee is dumb. Shalom, WS Judah in the building with the 20 ball says, Shalom, peace and blessings to all. Unlikely came up talking about punching down. This man told another man on the panel that he was better than him because he has light eyes. I find that very effeminate propaganda.
I never said that. I don't know what the heck these dudes be talking about.
Go ahead. You wanna think you good?
Nah, yeah, that's it. It's not like a big deal.
Okay.
You know, shit like that.
Caesar's Palace with the $5 says, this is sad, Hamp. Regardless of how they act, black women can do what they want. This is fucking sad. Lee, before I get everybody in, seemingly the sentiment is like, so this is what from like what Caesar's Palace is saying. Can you clarify, right? Because were you just talking about what you see in terms of conduct and accountability, what's framed as accountability from the men on the panels? And are you saying that black women could do no wrong? Are you saying that there shouldn't be or should not be a level of accountability?
Of course I'm not saying that. That sounds crazy.
Clarify.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying black women could do no wrong. I'm saying that on these panels, black men, it seems like they have some version of a vendetta. Again, using the plumber guy as a perfect analogy, like just the perfect analogy. I was on panels going back before everybody found out. They was all taking his side, and I'm asking like, damn, why they taking his side? Why in like 1 minute of this dude talking, I was able to tell that he was this, that, and third, and all the other black men, and then mainly I got white and Hispanic friends. We all having a conversation and they all saying the same thing. And then I get online and all these black dudes is like, yo, nah, the women this, the women that, da da da. I'm like, yo, what's the vendetta? What's the beef? You know, is it just because of the algorithm? You know, has the algorithm just kind of controlled y'all to make y'all feel like, yo, you know, talking down on y'all black women is gonna get y'all views, or just talking down on women in general? Okay. So like that's really my stance. I'm trying to figure out why. Like why did everybody take his side? And the same thing happened with the brick lady too. They kind of took the men's side until it was like,
I'm glad he brought that
sorry,
back
not
up.
the brick lady. No, I take that back. Excuse me. That's not a. Let's just use the guy. The guy that,
No,
that I was
you
talking
used the
about.
brick lady earlier though.
No. I never used the brick lady earlier.
Hold on, now you just a blatant liar.
I never used the brick lady earlier. Go back.
Yes,
Go back.
now
When
you're
did
a
I?
blatant
Hey,
liar.
bro, I don't want to talk to you.
Let me get everybody else in real quick before y'all finish y'all back and forth. Let me get everybody else in real quick. Hey, Tommy, where you still there? Tommy, go. I'll talk to him after.
Tommy getting a sandwich.
He probably getting a sandwich. Peace of mind was popping.
Hello, how you doing? How's everyone doing?
Good. You been here before?
No, this is my first time up here.
Okay, salute. Yeah, I see you in the chat.
Shit like that.
And oftentimes, like depending on when people are talking, because people often use just like different emojis for their picture. Like I'm like, man, is this because like grape tea? I don't know if you ever see grape tea, but it's actually a guy, but he got a girl for his his like emoji face. So I'm always interested. Is it actually a woman talking or what in the chat? But salute to you. Let me get HQ in. EBD gonna hang out with me for a little bit. Then I want to hear what Peace got to say because she knew, and then Kenny. All right, EBD, you got to go to the gym.
Yeah, but that's later, like 2-3 hours.
Yeah, all right, you good. HQ was popping.
Hey, what's happening? What's happening?
Was good. Man, you got how do they say it? Fresh face, no makeup. Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, HQ. Okay. Go ahead.
No. You often hear people say that the men never had a voice before a couple of years ago. And my question is, since you had a voice, has anything changed with the women? Since you've been giving them critiques, has anything changed beyond what you have said. And I'm going to posit that it has not changed. So what you're doing is not working. Number two, and I only got three. Number two is the rhetoric that they use. You call us hoes, you call us trifling, you call us no good, you call us not useless, you call us not marriage material. I posit that you don't like women, that you don't like black women. Okay? And there's an underlying contempt and hatred for the black woman. I'm going to say that outright. I think that's what a lot of black men have against their women. And we can feel that because every time we go on a panel and we hear it, the first thing out of their mouth is, you're a hoe. Most of you guys are hoes. Most of you guys are die. It's the bulk of us. I've never been that way, and I've never met a woman on here who has been that way. So how is it the bulk of us are hoes and no good and trifling and this, that, and the third? And my last point is this. What's my last point? I had one more point, and then I'll be done. Yeah. Shoot. I'm sorry. Accountability. You can't hold anybody accountable except yourself and anybody in your family that you're related to. You can't hold me accountable for any of my actions because I don't care enough about you for you to hold me accountable. You can call me a hoe, you can call me anything you like, it doesn't matter. Because when I turn the button on this computer, whoop, I don't know anybody or anything regarding what you say. So you saying it's you're trying to hold us accountable and we're supposed to listen to what you say. We don't know you. You don't know our life. You don't know what we do when we're out of here. So you can't hold us accountable for anything.
HQ, question.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, I just want to understand exactly what you're saying.
Right.
Have you ever left the panel and then thought about something that somebody said that resonated with you? That maybe was slightly against what you initially thought?
Yeah, I mean, I've debated with myself about points that I had on here. I debated about those points, but then I already had my points, so I normally would dismiss them if they don't line up with my life, with what I'm doing in my life. So,
have you ever was there a level of correction in those points that you debated about, and after you finished deliberating with yourself, did you apply anything?
I would be lying if I said yeah, so I'm going to say no.
Okay. And then I know there's and the reason why I'm asking, because I want to understand.
Right.
You said like the N word, right? Because of your previous experience.
Mm-hmm.
Do you care like if people call you that if you don't know them?
It bothers me tremendously when I hear people say it, because it takes me back to that first incident. Well, the A word with the A, it doesn't bother me. When they have the ER, that's when it bothers me.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, what do you think about early on in the conversation? We said accountability is exactly that, right? If you're doing something wrong, somebody tells you you did something wrong, you need to correct it. That's one thing. Whether or not it's effective is another. Would you agree with that?
That's true.